So is menstruation the same as being sick?
I don't think there's a straight answer to this, but the general consensus is that anyone can get sick, but not everyone can experience menstruation, and there's only one sex that does. I have a question for you. Do we need menstrual leave?
I mean, again, there's no straight yes or no answer for this, because I think it is very subjective, and most women feel that having a menstrual leave is going to help them be more productive in the workplace. But some women also feel that it can act as a career roadblock and it might keep employers from hiring them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's again very subjective.
Now, there's a new policy that Karnataka is contemplating bringing out. We've seen it come up in other countries, Spain, Zambia, Japan, in other states in India as well. Kerala and Bihar apparently already have it. What does the Karnataka legislation want to do?
So the Karnataka government has currently set up an 18-member committee. It is headed by Sapna Mohan. She is the dean at Christ University Law School. So this 18-member committee is currently examining the feasibility of implementing menstrual leaves in Karnataka. So they're looking at it across sectors like government workers, like ASHA workers, Anganwadi workers, and also in the garment sector, which is like predominantly women,
Right.
and even the IT industry. So the committee has now submitted its preliminary report. So they have recommended that the state should bring about a one-day menstrual leave policy, and the legislature should also pass this bill, which is called as the Right of Women to Menstrual Leave and Free Access to Menstrual Health Products.
Okay. But the general perception is that this legislation may not really contribute to helping all women in all sectors, right? All
Right.
working women. Like there are arguments that domestic workers, for example, won't benefit from it. Garment workers have also argued that because it's predominantly a women-dominated industry, the companies may not be okay implementing it, right?
Right. So because see, if you take the example of a garment industry, so there might be like thousands of women
Yeah.
working in some companies, in some factories. So what the employers say is, what if there are like 100 women who get their menstrual cycle during the same time and they all take the leaves at the same time?
Yeah.
So it might affect productivity. So that is one argument they are putting forth. But women who work in the IT sector and other private firms and even government workers for that matter, they're okay with the policy. They're saying like giving us this one-day leave will help us enhance our productivity. Like Pratibha from Garment Workers Association, she was mentioning that, this will help women contribute further to economy, like contribute in a better manner, because they feel good overall when this something like this leave is being given to them.
Right. But what about domestic workers? Like some people were also mentioning about how they are given leaves, but probably because they're believed to be impure.
Right.
And they're not very forthcoming in telling the employers about having periods and wanting leave. That's, I think, a gray area, right? Construction workers, for example, who cannot, a lot of labor intensive professions where women are employed in large numbers, them not benefiting from a legislation like this, that is a concern, right?
Right. Katyayani Chamaraj, who is an activist, who was also in the committee.
Yeah.
So she had mentioned this. She was like, there are agricultural laborers who work for like so many hours in a day. And then there are construction workers who have to like carry bricks and cement on their heads even when they menstruate.
Yeah.
So these people will never really have access to these leaves.
Correct.
And even when it comes to domestic workers, I was speaking to Geeta Menon from Domestic Workers Union. So she was mentioning how when it comes to domestic workers, the employee-employer relationship is not clearly defined by any legislature.
Yes, yeah.
So they're not included in any legislature, so they won't necessarily benefit from the policy either. So that is one gray area, like you mentioned. And even the domestic workers I spoke to, even they were saying it's still taboo in India, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really speak openly about menstruation.
Yeah.
So they can't walk up to their employers, even if they're women, if their employers are women,
Yeah.
it's hard to go up to them and say, today I'm menstruating, I need a leave. Because they say they might either cut our pay or when we go back the next day, the workload will be too much. So they keep their vessels like that, like you have to go and wash it the next day. So because no women menstruates for just one day.
Correct.
So taking a leave on one day will put more work on them on the days they're again menstruating. So that is one argument.
There's also this argument that giving menstrual leave to women could be a disincentive.
Right.
This is something that even the Chief Justice has pointed out. And maternity leaves are also, I think, treated the
Right.
same way
Yeah.
as some women say, right?
Correct. So I was having this discussion with an official, even from the labor department. So even he was pointing out how in some factories and establishments, when they start getting the wind that women are about to get pregnant, they usually fire them. Because if they're not working for 6 months, the factory or the establishment does not want to pay them for free.
Yeah.
That is there. So some people think that menstrual leave might work in the same way. It might stop employers from hiring women because then, so 12 leaves in a year, right? So if you're just giving out pay for like 12 days for free.
Right.
But there are also some employers, maybe in the IT sector and private sector. So here employers are okay with it. Like we spoke to some tech companies and they said, no, it's okay because now everything is hybrid also, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying we are okay with giving women like work from home days when they have their periods. So they believe that giving this flexibility will help women be more productive, which is
Right.
what many people on the committee who argued for the leave was saying. So there is this too.
But did you say 12? Because there's also some criticism about giving 1 day leave.
Right, right.
Because no one's periods, I think, lasts a day.
A day, yeah.
Not for a majority of us at least.
Correct. So yeah, some women and even some men, like basically members in the committee, they argued that instead of giving like, a specific menstrual leave, you can just add in some sick leaves. Like you can either give them 6 extra sick leaves or like 12 extra sick leaves, which would be given to both men and women.
Yeah.
So that they can take it whenever they have an illness. For example, now in some establishments like garments, what happens is if you have to take a sick leave, you have to go to the ESI hospital and get a certificate from them saying that it's okay for them to take a sick leave.
Okay.
Because unlike the corporate sector, there are no fixed sick leaves in some of these sectors.
Right.
So what some people are arguing is instead of like giving a menstrual leave, relax these restrictions. So make it that way that anyone can take 3 days of sick leave without any certificate. So if someone having a migraine can take it, someone having a menstrual pain can take it. That's the argument.
Okay.
So like how you mentioned at the beginning, menstruation is something that is experienced only by members of one sex. It does not happen to everybody.
Yeah.
So that is what some committee members put across as like a counter argument. So that is why they want the specific term that it should be called a menstrual leave instead of just being another sick leave.
Right.
But yeah, there is no decision taken on this yet. The committee is yet to submit its final report, which is when we'll get to know what the terminologies and other modalities will be for this.
Right. There's this other aspect apart from leaves, which is access to menstrual products, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone has access to menstrual products. They're expensive to certain sections of the society. What does this legislation or the proposed legislation have to say about this?
So because this legislation primarily looks at the workspace, so they have recommended that workspaces should also provide menstrual products. Like sanitary pads is something that is used all over India widely. So they have mentioned that sanitary pads should be provided in workspaces, and also there should be proper means to dispose them off also, because you can't just put a pad in a dustbin, right? So they need something to wrap it in, or all these incinerators where you can burn them.
Right.
So it is recommended that something like this should also be provided.
Because right now, I think in a lot of workspaces, you actually go to someone, the admin, for example, ask for a pad, which is, in this day and age when you have ready dispensers available, a lot of workspaces, I think, don't have these.
Correct.
Does it make it mandatory in this proposed legislation, or does it speak of how it needs to be done?
So as of now, the committee is just recommending things. So once the bill is passed, maybe it might become mandatory. Right. But like you mentioned, I think a lot of women struggle with access right now.
Yes.
Because when I was speaking to a few women, they mentioned how they have to go to the reception area and then they have to ask the person there for a pad.
Okay.
So if they don't have it, then they have to send someone to go get pads.
Yeah.
And in some IT companies, they have these vending machines where you have to put in a 5 rupee coin and then a pad will come.
Okay.
But in today's digital age, nobody uses coins or like has change anymore. So that is again a problem.
Right.
So instead of this just making them available is something that is, I think, the need of the hour.
Right.
We also spoke to a few stakeholders and members on the committee about their views on menstrual leave policy.
We don't need menstrual leave. Rather, we have to create that infrastructure which allows women at workplace to do their job even when they are menstruating. That include vending machine, incinerator, clean toilet, accessibility of cleaning hardware, and also a medical room where they can get sick the assistant in case they have to rest for 1 or 2 hours, so they can take rest rather going to home or taking leave. We have to think about menstrual leave comprehensively. Menstrual leave is not about 1 or 2 days. It sometime for the some women are 5 days, 7 days are so tough, and for some women they even don't feel a pain in a single day also, on for a day also. So we have to aware create awareness for corporates, for blue collars, for everyone at all workplace, to make it more gender sensitive, provide the infrastructures, help them to gain more knowledge, awareness, how to do the menstrual hygiene management, menstrual health management.
ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ರಜಾ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇನಿದ್ರೂ ಮಾಲೀಕರ ಮರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಾದಾಗ ಈ ಮಹಿಳೆಗೆ ಆ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾನೂನು ಮೂಲಕನೇ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆಗಳಾಗುವಾಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಒಳಪಡೋದನ್ನ ಅವರು ವಿರೋಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೊರತು, ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಾದ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಈ ಬೇಕಾದ ಮಹಿಳೆ, ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಇದನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನಿನ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು.
Now, some companies in India have already introduced this menstrual leave policy, right? And it seems to be going well because they've given out numbers of how many women have availed it, etc.
Right.
What does this mean for the policy?
So in Karnataka, currently the committee has almost like prepared its final report. I think they're going to submit it very soon. So if the bill is passed in the legislature, then we have to wait and see how Karnataka adopts this policy, how successfully it will be implemented.
Okay.